As the cold scalpel severed my arm for the 38th time, I finally understood through the excruciating pain. Even with the most powerful regenerative abilities on Earth, I could never escape humanity's morbid curiosity about immortality. I am the axolotl, one of the archetypes of the dragon in your human legends. My name sounds like a miracle, but the flip side of that miracle is an endless imprisonment. My lineage traces back 250 million years to the Triassic period. Back then, we shared the same air as the dinosaurs. Millions of years of evolution earned us the title six-legged dinosaurs and gifted us an almost unparalleled power of regeneration. But in your understanding, life must always undergo change, shedding the innocence of youth to don the mature cloak of adulthood. But not me. I spend my entire life in a larval state. My 6 feathery external gills sway gently in the water. Time passes over me, yet it leaves no trace of growing up. You call this state a miracle of life. To me, it is simply destiny. This power stems from the stem cells within me, primitive, undifferentiated cells. When my body is injured, they rapidly congregate, divide, and reorganize. Bone, muscle, blood vessels, and nerves are all rearranged. It isn't just a simple patch-up, it is a total reconstruction. A shattered heart can beat again, a damaged retina can capture light once more. Even a fragmented brain can slowly recover its complete silhouette. In nature, regeneration isn't actually rare. Planarians can grow back a whole body from a fragment. Hydras can reassemble themselves after being torn apart. Starfish, octopuses, and crabs can slowly regrow lost limbs. But they all have one thing in common. They are invertebrates. For vertebrates, regeneration is almost a sealed gate. Wounds heal with scars, broken bones rely on external fixation, damaged nerves rarely recover. That is the limit for most vertebrates. But I stand beyond that limit. You humans crave this power, and so that cold scalpel cuts into my body again and again, trying to extract the secrets of life. But that secret has now become a fatal shackle I cannot escape. I struggle in pain, yet silently drive the progress of human medicine. When you discovered that my cells could return to their starting point and re-differentiate, stem cell therapy was born. It can repair damaged tissues and organs. But please, do not misunderstand. Regeneration is not immortality. I still age, I still die. Nature allows for repairs, but it never rewards immortality. Miracles only exist within the rules. When time flows back to 1863, to that first morning on Lake Xochimilco, a ray of morning light pierced through the reeds. My 6 external gills swayed gently in the cool water. The water was soft, the weeds danced, but I didn't know that my fate was closing in until human hands slowly lifted me up and placed me into a transparent container. I thought it was a new habitat, never imagining it was the start of my imprisonment. From the moment I was put in that jar, I no longer was myself. I became a group number, genetic data, a repeatable experimental subject. At first, they just cut my limbs, recording the time, taking photos, and making comparisons. But as soon as the limb grew back, that sharp scalpel would fall again. I have endured 20 limb amputations, 8 heart surgeries, and 5 brain injuries. Each time, I fought to regenerate. I even naively thought that if I recovered perfectly enough, they would stop. But all it earned me was an even more precise cut next time. When cells divide, it feels like countless needles piercing me from within. When bones grow, they push out from deep inside, tearing through skin that had just healed. I remained conscious throughout, with nowhere to run. When I was almost fully recovered, that cold scalpel pierced my skull once more, and those precious memories vanished with it. The ripples on the lake, her silhouette in the moonlight, the temperature of my home waters, all were quietly erased in the process of cellular rebirth. Today, over 100,000 of my kind are still imprisoned in labs. Yet, from my homeland, Xochimilco, in 2019, news came that the last wild axolotl had disappeared. If this is the true end, then perhaps I have fulfilled my mission. I used a body repeatedly carved open to buy you medical progress. Through the agony of regeneration, I paved the way for your understanding of healing. You saw hope in me, while I met extinction through you. I am a creature that can regrow limbs, but I cannot regrow a polluted wetland. I can regrow an entire arm in 60 days, but I cannot wait long enough for a clean river in 60 years. We survived the Ice Age. We endured the era of volcanic ash blocking the sun. We escaped 5 mass extinctions, only to lose our home in a mere century. Perhaps what is truly fragile isn't life itself, but the environment that allows life to exist. I taught you how to regenerate, but nature never taught you the meaning of boundaries. Regeneration is not infinity, and miracles come with a price. When one day you truly master the ability to duplicate organs, extend life, and repair memories, please remember the small shadow that once sacrificed everything for you. Please remember to leave the lake pure, leave the wetlands in peace, leave a way home for other living souls. I can still regenerate, but this planet might not. If there is a next life, I don't want to be a specimen. I don't want to be an ID number. I don't want to be data in a thesis. I only want to be in the morning mist of Xochimilco, letting my 6 gills sway gently in the lake, and then, like all ordinary lives, quietly grow old.